The NBA is about to experience one of the biggest shifts it has ever seen. Luka Dončić landing in Los Angeles was not just a massive trade, it flipped the entire league on its head. And now Giannis Antetokounmpo just said this.
I told my agent, get me to Luka, no excuses.
Yeah, you heard that right. Giannis and his agent are working hard behind the scenes to make sure he lands with the Lakers next to Luka Dončić. This is not just some fake NBA rumor. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how Giannis and his team plan to make this happen. Once you see these facts, you will never look at this trade window the same way again. If you think this trade is just a crazy fan dream, you are not paying attention. Look, trading stars happens all the time. Players talking about leaving is normal, but a two-time MVP and champion thinking about leaving his only team, that is huge news. So let us look at how this went from an internet story to a real talk in the NBA front offices. First, Luka Dončić going to the Lakers was the wildest move we've seen in years. It did not just put him in a purple and gold jersey, it changed the whole league. He is not just an MVP star in Dallas anymore, he is the main man for the Lakers. This matters so much for Giannis because timing is everything in the NBA. When one superstar becomes free right after another one lands in a big city like LA, people start to wonder. Now here is where it gets really good. Besides wanting to play with Luka, Giannis has been talking about his future for a long time. Top reporters like Shams say Giannis and his agent are meeting with the Bucks right now. They are talking about if he stays or if he finds a new home somewhere else in the league.
Malika, sources tell me that Giannis Antetokounmpo and his agent Alex Saratis have started open conversations that are active right now with the Milwaukee Bucks.
They have not made a final choice yet, but the fact that they are talking is huge. This is the first time ever that the Greek Freak is thinking about being anything other than a Buck for life. And like I said, if you think this just started now, think again. Reports show that Giannis was looking at big cities back in 2020. Miami and Dallas were on his list before he stayed and won a ring in Milwaukee. But look at the timing for a second. Luka Dončić was already the star in Dallas back then. He was an MVP player running the show, and everyone knew he was the next big thing. So when Giannis was thinking about Dallas, he was not looking at an empty team. He was looking at a future with Luka. That idea never went away. It just went quiet for a bit. Now with the Lakers in the mix, it is clear he has been chasing a chance to play with Luka for a long time. Yeah, I know it feels weird to talk about Giannis being traded. He made the Bucks a winner. He won a trophy there. For years, no one doubted his loyalty. But loyalty only works if your team keeps winning. The Bucks are starting to slip. His contract lets him move if he wants, and for the first time ever, Giannis is checking to see what he wants for the rest of his career. This is where it gets really fun. When you stop thinking about numbers and start looking at these guys as people, you see that Giannis chasing Luka is not random. It has been building for years right in front of us. Giannis always talks about Luka in a special way. Every time Luka's name comes up, Giannis sounds very impressed and excited. You can see it at every All-Star game. The way they joke and show respect is real. It never felt fake. It felt like they just understood each other.
Luka! Magic, I want magic now. Now this is the time. Come on. I want it.
Giannis has publicly praised Luka's high basketball IQ more than once.
He's an incredible player, incredible talent. Arguably, probably one of the most talented players I've ever seen in my lifetime. It's unbelievable what he can do for himself and his team.
He has also talked about how Luka sees plays before they even happen, how he controls the game without needing to be the fastest or strongest guy on the court. And that matters coming from Giannis because he knows exactly what it means to carry an entire team on his back every single night. So when Giannis gives Luka a compliment, it comes from real respect, not just hype. And this is not just an NBA media thing. European news sites have been linking Giannis and Luka together for years as the faces of European basketball, not as rivals, but as the two leaders, two different styles and two different paths, but they carry the same weight. When people talk about the league going global, Giannis and Luka are always mentioned together, and that matters because Giannis clearly sees himself as part of that bigger picture. Giannis has even said before that he wants European players to win in the biggest cities under the brightest lights.
I want all the Europeans to go to all the big markets, to see something incredible. This is what I want. This is.
He's talked about wanting them to be taken seriously as the faces of the league, not just great players who happen to be international. Luka fits that vision perfectly because they both have the same background pressure, same expectations, and the same understanding of what it means to represent more than just yourself every time you step on the court. And here is the part people really underestimate. The desire to play together has been mutual because Luka himself has reportedly asked internally about the possibility of the Lakers trading for Giannis.
Luka Dončić asked the Lakers to try and acquire Giannis Antetokounmpo. I can tell you that the Lakers inquired and Luka Dončić himself inquired, trying to see if the Lakers could work out a deal with the Milwaukee Bucks via Fox News' Lou Canella.
Now, with Luka in Los Angeles and Giannis at a crossroads, everything that used to feel like a dream is suddenly very possible. And that is exactly why we need to look back at what Giannis said about wanting Luka in LA and European stars moving to big cities. At first, it sounded like a joke, almost like Giannis was just dreaming out loud, but the timing changes everything. When he said this, Luka was already a Laker. What makes this even better is how people reacted. The American media thought it was just a fun soundbite from a superstar, but in Europe, they took it very seriously. They saw it as Giannis laying out a big vision for international players to take over the league's biggest stages. It is not just about Luka, it is about European stars taking control and getting the spotlight they deserve. What sounded like a lighthearted comment in the past now looks like a real plan meeting a real chance. We are not just talking about fan rumors anymore. We are talking about something that could shake the entire league. When I say the entire league, you have to understand the context. Luka landing in Los Angeles did not just fill a hole on the team, it changed the Lakers' whole identity. For years, LeBron James was the center of everything. He drew in stars and made the Lakers the most talked about team in the world. But LeBron is on his way out, and the league knows it. So Luka did not just join the team, he took over that spot. Everything now moves around him. The Lakers went from a team in waiting to the most interesting team in the NBA. But here's why that matters for Giannis. First off, Luka is young, like really young for a superstar. He's also incredibly skilled and easy to play with. He is not going to force others to change for him. He can fit into any situation and adapt. That is huge for Giannis because he doesn't want to babysit anyone or carry a team alone. He wants a teammate who makes him better, and Luka does exactly that. Let's be honest, the Lakers did not just get a star, they got a whole decade of greatness. Most teams would do anything to have a young talent like Luka locked in for years. For Giannis, that's like a green light. This is a place where he can build something insane with a teammate he actually respects. Also, the way Luka draws in talent is different from LeBron. LeBron used power and stories, but Luka pulls stars in through skill and chemistry. He's the type of player where Giannis thinks, yeah, I can make this work. I can win here. That's the big difference. This is not a team built around one ego. It's built around how the game actually works. So, yeah, the Lakers after LeBron could have been scary, but Luka changed the game. He made the Lakers a real home for someone like Giannis, who wants more than just a paycheck. If you're watching closely, the Lakers are not just rebuilding, they are the most dangerous team in the league because Luka is there. And that is the thing. Luka being in LA makes Milwaukee feel smaller. Giannis has had an amazing career there with a title and MVPs, but even at his best, the Bucks keep hitting walls. Look at the playoffs. In 2021, they won it all. Great, but in 2022, they lost in the second round to the Celtics, even though Giannis was a monster. In 2023, they got swept by the Celtics again. Teams have learned how to slow him down. Giannis is still great, but he knows the limits. Winning once was big, but he wants to do it again and again. And let us be real, the guys around him are not championship pieces anymore. Unlike his 2021 team, the Bucks now have a group that plays hard but does not help enough. Miles Turner is a solid big man and Kyle Kuzma can score, but guys like Cole Anthony and Gary Trent Jr. are just role players. They are not built to win rings every single year.
Now, add in the money problems and it gets even tighter. The Bucks are way over the salary cap and the luxury tax. They are stuck. They cannot bring in another all-star without losing big pieces or picks. Their current deals make a big move almost impossible, and the scoreboards do not lie. Last season, the Bucks were much better with Giannis on the floor, but they struggled whenever he sat down. That swing shows how much they depend on him. Even early this year, the numbers are clear. With Giannis, they win. Without him, they lose. That kind of dependency does not mean you are built for many titles. It means one superstar is carrying the whole load. Plus, losing key players in big moments hurts. Injuries to stars like Lillard showed their weak spots. Even with Giannis playing like an MVP, the Bucks do not have the elite defenders or scorers you need on a title team. Opponents just clog the paint and pressure him because no one else can consistently score. Put all that together and you realize Milwaukee did its job by getting him one title, but it is not the best place for multiple rings or a great partnership like Giannis wants with Luka. That is why the Lakers look so good right now. But what would it actually look like with these two together? Talking trades is one thing, but imagining them on the court is next level. Giannis is already a beast who drives like a train and protects the rim, but even he gets stuck when teams pack the paint. That is where Luka comes in. Luka is one of the best creators in the league. He sees plays before they happen and can get the ball to Giannis in the perfect spot. That vision turns the pick and roll into a nightmare for any defense. Giannis is already scary with his speed and size, but the Bucks never had a point guard who could truly use that. Luka can. In big moments, Giannis can attack, while Luka pulls the defense away. Even stars like Gilbert Arenas agree. He said on his podcast that in a few years, Giannis and Luka could absolutely be a championship-winning team.
You put him and Luka, within 2 to 3 years, they're winning the championship. He's averaged 30 points a game, 11 rebounds, 6 assists for the last 5 years.
Why? Because right now, Giannis is carrying all of Milwaukee alone. He is scoring and defending every single night. Luka's elite scoring and passing would take a huge load off his shoulders right away. For context, Giannis averages 31.2 points and 11.5 rebounds, but he struggles when the whole defense jumps on him. Luka would open the floor and make life so much easier for Giannis. On defense, Luka does not need to be a lockdown star because this setup just works. Giannis protects the paint, switches on to players, and runs the fast break. Luka just has to be a threat and pull defenders away from the basket. Modern NBA rules make this duo even crazier because spacing is everything now. The game is faster and refs call fouls very easily. Luka wins because he controls the floor, and Giannis wins because he attacks the space Luka creates. Put them together, and it is unfair math, the perfect mix of passing and power that no defense can stop. And look, pairing Giannis and Luka is not just a wild dream. There is a real plan for this. NBA history is full of star duos that changed the league when the fit was right. Look at Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Jordan was the scorer, but Pippen's all-around game made the Bulls a dynasty. Then there is Shaq and Kobe with the Lakers. Shaq ruled the inside, while Kobe controlled the outside. Together, they were a nightmare for every defense. But it was not perfect. Kobe had to learn to play alongside a giant like Shaq. Think about LeBron and Wade in Miami too. Both wanted the ball, but they learned to share and trust each other to win. That super team proved that stars can make their own moves. Go even further back to Magic and Kareem. One ran the show, the other finished it. Different styles, but they knew their roles perfectly. That is why they won for so long. That is why Giannis and Luka is not a random idea. Luka fixes the half-court problems Giannis has had for years. Giannis covers the defense, so Luka does not have to. One bends the defense with passing, and the other breaks it with size and speed. There's also a bigger story here. This would be the most powerful European duo ever. Two guys from outside America leading the league at the top level. When you look closely, the Lakers have been waiting for this exact moment. After LeBron, they didn't panic. They waited for the right foundation. Luka in LA was the start. He is young, famous, and the best offensive player around. Add Giannis, and Luka becomes the brain, while Giannis is the engine. That's how dynasties start. It's all about timing.
Analysts say the Lakers are in the perfect spot. People are talking about trade deals like Austin Reeves for Giannis because now the math actually works.
The Austin Reeves of it all is very interesting. If I'm Milwaukee, I demand him. I wouldn't do the trade without. Do you want to do that? Right? I mean,
right.
That's a tough one, but that's who they would ask for because you're not going to get Luka, so you got to get the next best guy, and that's Austin.
This is not because the Lakers want to get rid of him, but because Milwaukee would want a real player back, not just future promises. Reeves makes sense for the money and for the team, and everyone in the league knows it. And trades like this almost never happen in a simple way. Third teams get involved all the time. A contract gets moved here, a pick gets sent there. That is how impossible deals suddenly become real.
Me having my draft pick doesn't work. I don't control the next 3. I'm trading you Giannis Antetokounmpo. Your team's going to be awesome. Giving me your draft picks for the next couple of years aren't doing me any good. Do you have third team picks that might be valuable?
Add in the timing, public comments, body language, and small signals, and you start to see how these things actually move. When global stars are involved, especially from Europe, the attention grows, and that pressure really matters. Whether the league wants to say it or not, this is exactly why the NBA gets nervous about this talk. Giannis and Luka on the Lakers would not just be another good team, it would change everything. The East would lose its strongest force, the West would get even more crowded, and suddenly every other team has to find a way to answer. There is also a bigger shift happening under it all. Giannis, Luka, and Jokic. European players are not just playing anymore, they are running the league. A Giannis and Luka pairing would not be random. It would be the biggest sign yet of where basketball power actually lives now. So, that is the real tension here. Should Giannis stay loyal to the place that raised him, or should he chase the best version of his career? Is this just unfair Lakers luck, or just smart moves in a league that never stops changing? And if this really is where everything has been going, then maybe the most difficult question is not whether it should happen. The real question is whether it was always going to happen this way.